And because taxes can really can kind of be an enemy. I hate to use that a word that strong, but it can take a lot of our income over our lifetime. And we can defer taxes and not pay as much on the earnings. It makes a big difference. Let's take a look at this. You got three scenarios. I'm gonna deal with this 20 years and maybe this 30 year here. And they're putting aside $500 per month. And every time he puts that $500 aside, at the end of the year, he's gonna pay taxes on the earnings because there's no taxes are deferred. Just putting aside $500 a month in a good mutual fund and not touching that money. And by the time he gets to 20 years down the road, $200,000. The second one, the taxes are deferred on the return. Let's call that a Roth IRA. Well, let's call that with a Roth IRA, you can't deduct it, but the earnings, the dividends, the capital gains, the asset appreciation, all the earnings are deferred. And when they take that money out at a certain time, they pay no taxes and pay no penalties if they wait till 59 and a half and start it and don't touch it for the first 5 years. That's a big deal. Look how much money they got by doing that. $260,000, about $55,000 more. The one on the end, the contributions and the returns are deferred until distribution. And so let's call that a 401k. And if you have a 401k on your job, or a 457 or 403b or TSP, any kind of tax sheltered account, it would be wise to put money in that account while you're employed with that employer. At least put up to the match. If they're matching dollar for dollar up to 3%, put 3%. If they're matching dollar for dollar up to 5%, try and put 5%. Whatever that match is, try to go up to the match. You can do other things on the outside once you've done that, most definitely. But look at the difference it makes. $333,000 in 40 years, $486, $719, $915. And they all are putting aside the same $500 per month. It makes all the difference in the world to have a strategy, to have a financial planning strategy. Because in the long term, without that, we're gonna come up short.